Great morning.
Scared Toby
I'm
off.
so excited right now. It's going down in a major way. You know why? CR7 just dropped. Woo! That's the new sports drink from Herbalife Nutrition that's about to change the game. We're going to pick it up from the warehouse today. Toby, tell them. Today. It's a acai berry flavored. Oh, man, I'm amped up. It's going
Toby's
down.
excited.
Happy Monday, you guys. We're just really excited because we're excited to share this new product with the whole world. It's for Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's going to be amazing. And it tastes really good. We sampled it. It's really good stuff. So, without further ado, welcome to Triple M, Monday Morning Motivation, where we just get amped up and kill the game. You know, we start Monday strong so that our whole week is ready to go in the same exact direction, up and forward. So, we got a great video for you guys today. If you got time, text your friends, text your family, tell them, hop on. We getting Triple M going. So, we got a video from Jim Rohn, and I was listening to this video yesterday because a friend at the gym sent it to me. And I don't even know if he knows that Jim Rohn is an Herbalife guy, but I was like, man, this is our dude.
Who's that?
So, Kenyon from the gym.
Oh, nice.
I was like, this is our dude. And I really like this segment because for me, you know, I'm going to tell you guys when I heard this, and I think I've heard it before, but every time I hear Jim Rohn, I feel like he's that uncle or that grandfather that is so wise that the things he breaks down are levels ahead of where you're at. And they just make so much sense because it's like, man, it's like truth with a capital T. And, you know, I got so much respect and love for Jim Rohn. He's changed my life. And, man, I'm so excited for you guys to hear this video. Take your notes. Be ready to share from the call-in line. And if you're on Ustream, put it in the chat line. And without further ado, let's get our mindset right. Welcome, Jimmy Rohn. The greatest advice ever told.
Try to take over the world.
Whatever it takes to get you to try harder, read more, set your goals, and go for it. Here's the next attitude disease. Over-caution. Some people never will have much. They're too cautious. Now, you can also be too reckless, but you can also be too cautious. This is called the timid approach to life. And my caution was always the risk. Risk used to drive me right up the wall. I used to say, what if this happens? It's called the language of the poor. What if this happens? And on top of that, if this was to happen, look at the fix I'd be in. I better not try. I could always ace myself out. Then I'll tell you what changed my whole life when I finally discovered it's all risky. The minute you were born, it got risky. If you think trying is risky, wait till they hand you the bill for not trying. If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the tab for not investing. See, it's all risky. Getting married is risky. Having children is risky. Going into business is risky. Investing your money is risky. It's all risky. I'll tell you how risky life is. You're not going to get out alive. That's risky. The Englishman says, well, if that's the way it's going to work out, let's give it a go. Right, that's what it's for. Give it a go. Somebody says, yeah, but I'm looking for safety and security. Fine, then huddle in a corner. We'll cover you with a sheet, bring you 3 meals a day. And we'll protect you, feed you, look after you, care for you. We won't let anything happen to you. And you'll probably live to be 100. The guy said, well, yeah, I'd live to be 100. But what a way to live. Right. What a way to live, safe and secure. Don't ask for security. Ask for adventure. Better to live 30 years full of adventure than 100 years safe in the corner. And see, it's not important how long you live. What's important is how you live. Here's the next attitude disease. We're almost through with this motley list. In fact, we're almost through. Hang on. The next one is pessimism. Pessimism, the deadly disease of always looking on the bad side, the problem side, the difficult side, checking all the reasons why it can't be done. The poor pessimist leads an ugly life. He doesn't try to figure out what's right. He tries to figure out what's wrong. He doesn't look for virtue. He looks for faults. And when he finds them, he's delighted. How ugly. This is the poor guy who looks through the window, doesn't see the sunset. He sees the specks on the window. And this is the poor guy, right, who rushes up, takes such leave of his senses. This guy rushes up and he says, I've got 5 good reasons why it won't work. He's so dumb, he doesn't know. All he needs 1. He's got 5. To the pessimist, the glass is always half empty. To the optimist, the glass is half full. Why would the same measure affect people 2 different ways? Answer: it all depends on how you look at it. Our lives are mostly affected by the way we think things are, not the way they are. The way we think they are affects us most. There's a subject we don't have time to get into tonight called better thinking habits. One of the major things Shove taught me when I met him, he said, poor thinking habits keeps most people poor. Not poor working habits. Most people work hard, but they don't think hard. And Shove taught me that the mind is like a factory, a mental factory. And whatever you think about all day long pours ingredients into this mental factory. And that's what builds the economic, social, financial fabric of your life. He quoted me a Bible phrase that says, as you think, so you become. How awesome. When he talked about poor thinking habits, he had me. I used to start the day reading the morning newspaper. I mean, you can believe that or not. I'd get a cup of coffee and read the paper. I'd load up on wars and riots and murders and stabbings and killings and bank robberies and muggings and car wrecks and tragedies. I'd even read the back pages. I seem to like that stuff for some weird reason. I'd load up on all that, and then I'd start the day. You can imagine the kind of days I used to have. You walk around on your financial knees. They call you economic peewee. The guy says, I want to be a great leader. Wonderful. The first thing we do is follow him to his house. When we get there, we walk in and check his library, number 1. Somebody says, well, why check his library? The reason is because what a man reads pours massive ingredients into his mental factory, and the fabric of his life is built from those ingredients. You would not believe what some people have got in their house to read. You would not believe. One of the best dressed up words I know for a lot of it is trash. Can you imagine dumping a barrel of trash into this mental factory every day and coming out with a rich, dynamic, positive life? It can't be done. You might as well try making a cake with cement. The kids back in Danbury, Connecticut, high school, they're asking me questions one day. I'm talking to the kids. Kids got good questions these days. One of them said to me, Mr. Rohn, how do you build the good life?
Hold on 1 second. Gave me a commercial.
When addiction is out of control, the most basic task.
Hold on, it's coming back. There we go.
Simple. It's not easy, but it's simple. Here's how you build anything. Select the right ingredients, keep out the wrong ingredients, and it starts with thought. Everything starts with thought. So you must be wise and careful what you think about, because that starts everything. You gotta be wise and careful. I asked the kids, what would happen if somebody dropped sugar in my coffee? They said, will you be okay? I said, what if somebody dropped strychnine in my coffee? They said, well, you'd be dead. I said, correct. Lesson 1. Life is both sugar and strychnine. You gotta be careful. I said, what if my worst enemy drops in the sugar? They said, will you be okay? I said, what if my best friend, even by accident, drops in the strychnine? They said, well, you'd be dead. I said, correct. Lesson 2. Watch your coffee. You got to be careful. See, it doesn't matter who hands you the bad stuff. It doesn't matter where you get the bad stuff. It'll still do its damage on your bank account, wherever you get it. Mr. Schoaf gave me one of the greatest phrases when I first met him when he said, Jim, every day stand guard at the door of your mind. How important. Stand guard at the door of your mind. And you decide what goes into your mental factory. Don't let anybody just dump anything they want to in your mental factory, because you've got to live with the results. Okay, here's the last disease, and we're through with this list. In fact, we're almost through. Hang on. The last subject is very brief. The last disease, but this one is deadly. Engage in this one, indulge in it even slightly, and you might as well forget the future, because it's going to forget you. Complaining, crying, whining, griping. A Bible word called murmuring. See, that'll ace your future. Spend 5 minutes complaining, and you have wasted 5. And you may have begun what's known as economic cancer of the bone. Surely they will soon haul you off into a financial desert and there let you choke on the dust of your own regret. I hope I said that well, so you won't forget. It's a deadly disease. If you don't think it's bad, ask the children of Israel of Old Testament fame. Typical of us all, their story just happened to get in the book. Story says, children of Israel were slaves. God performed a series of dazzling miracles and got them out. And now they're heading for the promised land. Remember the story? Heading for the promised land. Tragedy of the story, they never got there. Reason. From day one, they started to complain. They griped about the water. They griped about the weather. They whined and cried and griped about the food. They griped about the leadership. They whined and cried because it was too far, too cold, too hot, too difficult, too miserable. I mean, they whined and cried for years. Finally, God said, I've had it, trip canceled. Or something like that. The story says they died in the desert, never got to the promised land. Which I think means 2 things. Indulge in this long enough, you get your future canceled. And I guess it also means even God himself can only take so much. Okay.
That's it. Woo! My man Jim Rohn, I got 2 pages full of notes. Roxy, what do you have for us?
Woo! Okay. Awesome stuff. I really loved the very beginning when he opened it up and he said, some people will never have too much because they're too cautious. You know, and I've heard that term before where they say, like, you can never, like, the more cautious that you are, the less life that you get, and in that case, you pretty much fail life by default. It's an amazing quote. I can't really remember the exact words, but it's along those lines. So I really love that. I loved how he talked about that the minute that you were born, life was risky. You know, life is risky. Like, you're not getting out alive, so might as well take risks. Like, we're right now, like, literally, like, if you were to calculate the age of the universe, we're like a blink of an eye of it, you know? So it's just like, why not do everything that you want to do? Like, you're not going to get out alive anyway, so why not try your best and be the best that you can be, and go for every single thing that you've ever wanted, that you ever yearned for, and just go out and do it. So I really love that. And he said, don't ask for security, ask for adventure. And I love that, because through adventure is where we like grow and we learn, and it's amazing. And he said, what's important is not how long you live, but what's important is how you live, and that makes all the world of a difference. You know, there can be people that live up to 190 years old, but they probably, like, there's some people that can maybe not have that much life inside of them, and there's people that may have lived less, and you can live less, but yet you have this something inside of you that's just resonating and beaming with energy and life, and that makes all the difference of what kind of life that you get to live and you will live. So I really love that. And then he talked about poor thinking keeps people poor. So really pay attention to what you're letting inside your mind. I remember back then when I used to watch TV, and finally I threw it out. This was back in Texas. I was like, why am I watching this stuff? You know, I entered a point where I was excited about growing, and I wanted to grow, and I wanted to learn, and I noticed that everything on the television was nothing but negativity. Like, it wasn't feeding me, it wasn't feeding my mind, it wasn't feeding my soul. So I was like, why am I watching this? So he talked about how he was reading the newspaper, and then he was just like, and then I would step out into the world like that. Like, how can you step out into the world powerfully if you're watching negativity or feeding your mind with negativity? So the way that you start off your mind, like your day, is everything. Kind of like what we're doing right here. We're starting off our day with positivity in order for us to have a better day, and in turn a better week, and in turn a better month. But it's all a choice of what you let inside your mind. And I really love the last point. He said, stand guard at the door of your mind. So even when you're out and about, when you're at work, when you're with family, there's going to be people that are going to try to like push negative inside, maybe not all the time intentionally, but you get to stand guard at the door of your mind and say, I'm not going to let that in. And those are my takeaways.
Awesome. Powerful stuff. Love it. Great video. I'm telling you guys, this video had me amped up yesterday when I listened to it. So I loved it. He said it's all risky. He said, if you think trying is risky, wait till you get the bill for not trying. If you think investing is risky, wait till you get the bill for not investing. And that really opened my eyes, because it's like everything is risky, but not everything has the same opportunity to have a great payoff. You know, actually, when I started inside of Herbalife Nutrition, it was risky to not see if this could help people, just as risky as it was to see if it could help people. Because if I never saw, what would I have thought about it every time people would ask me, you know, how can I get healthy? And in the past, I tried to help them and had no idea how to do it. And what if the risk now would have been, you know, the team has helped probably people lose 2,000 to 3,000 pounds of fat off of their body, gain hundreds and probably 500 pounds of muscle. And who knows how much confidence, who knows how much belief. So if I'd have never taken the risk, if you would have never taken the risk, imagine who would have been affected, because you didn't take the risk. You know, the only risk I had was I was going to become a member, get my member pack, and I was going to drink some shakes. I was already doing half of that. I was drinking shakes already. So the risk versus both sides were not equal. It was actually a lot riskier to not try it. So I really love that mindset, because that gets you into being more open, being a yes to opportunity. I love that. Don't ask for security, ask for adventure. He said you could live 100 years in a corner covered by a blanket, but what kind of life is that? If you want security, that's what it could be. Just sitting in a corner, sitting inside all day. So I really like that. I really like when he was talking on pessimism. He said the person that tries to figure out something wrong before it even starts. You know, he's outwitting and outthinking action before he even takes it, because he thinks of all these reasons why it can't work. There's always going to be reasons why it can't work. There's always going to be reasons why it can work. Whatever you do in your health results, in your personal life, in your business, whatever it is, there's going to be reasons it can and cannot work. Whatever you choose to focus on is usually what grows. I really like that. He said it all depends on how we look at it, not how it really is. The glass is half full and half empty. That is reality. That's physics. That's a measurement. That doesn't change, but you can have two exact people looking at the same exact thing, And the reality hasn't changed at all, but their mindsets can be completely different. One is half empty, one is half full. Nothing in reality has changed. The only thing that is different is the perception, the way they look at it, the meaning they give to it. And their life is completely different for it. I really like that. He said, poor thinking habits keep most people poor. I want you guys to write that one down. He said, poor thinking habits keep most people poor, not poor working habits. He said, most people work hard. I know so many people that work hard, but they don't think hard. I love that line because it's so true. You can work hard your whole life and still be broke. You can work hard your whole life and still be average. You can work hard your whole life and never get anywhere. I've seen it. You can think hard and become a billionaire by 25. I know people, not personally, I will one day, but I've heard of people. Mark Zuckerberg, got kid who started Snapchat, the people who started WhatsApp. You know, all these people that thought hard. They didn't necessarily just work hard. Yes, they worked hard, but they thought hard. You know, what were they pouring into their brain to be able to create these things? You know, Mark Hughes started Herbalife at 23, 24 years old. You know, maybe 26. I got to look up that number. But look, think about it. He was working hard, of course, but he thought hard, of course. He created the #1 nutrition company in the world that's changed close to billions of lives. There will be a day very soon where Herbalife will have touched billions of lives. There's no amount of just hard work that could ever create that amount of impact. It would take smart work. It would take thinking hard. I really like that one. He said, pour into your mental factory. Walk into a man's house and you can see what he's creating by the library he has. Hold up. I got to show y'all this.
Hold up.
Hold up. What do you think that is? Bow. Library on deck.
No TV.
We can't even fit things in there because it's so much. I had to give some books away. I shouldn't have, but we trying to get it, people. We fixing that. But no TV, library. As you pour into your mental factory, creates the fabric of your life. Stand guard at the door of your mind. Be so very careful what you're putting into your mind. Even now when I hear music that I used to listen to, I don't listen to much music anymore because I listen to it and the lyrics are garbage. The lyrics are literally crap. And think about a tree. I saw this visual and it made so much sense. Somebody put nice, great fertilizer with great nutrients on a tree. It grew strong and big. Somebody poured garbage on the roots of a tree. Guess what? It died. That's what you're doing to your brain. If you're putting garbage in, you're going to get garbage out. That's music with no content. That's TV with no content. That's books with no content. That's magazines with no content. You got to remember, books, music, all that is a false reality. It's not reality. It's something that was created by somebody that is called not reality. It's called fake. It's called simulation. If it's created, that means it's not reality. So you got to remember that, because even I caught myself in the past. I was like, well, it's like that on TV. Well, I heard a song like that. That's not real. That's fake. That's made up. And if you start trying to create your reality off things that are not reality, virtual reality, then your life is not real. And you're always going to be upset because there's going to be some disconnect. You'll be like, whoa, it was like that, and I thought it was going to be like this. That's not how it is. And you're going to live your life chasing an illusion, which is never real. So I really like that. You know, he talked about sugar versus strychnine. Sugar versus poison. He said, what if my friend drops in the strychnine and my enemy drops in the poison? It doesn't matter who drops it in. You can get bad advice from some of your friends sometimes. I've had some people so close to me give me bad advice. They didn't know. They didn't know any better. I heard Eric Thomas yesterday. He was like, man, you and your boys think you deep because you playing cards for 30 minutes and drinking beer, and you come up with an idea, and you like, oh, man, we deep. We about to take it to the next level because you drinking beer and playing cards. He's like, he was talking to Warren Buffett, which is the 4th richest man in the world. He said, every day I wake up and I read for 6 hours. Every day I wake up and I read, library, I read for 6 hours. He said when he makes a decision, he's pretty informed. You and your boy playing cards and you drinking beer for 30 minutes think you got a next, Facebook. No. And you don't know. It might be your friends, your family. I had so many people tell me not to do Herbalife when I started. Now, guess what? When they see me, they're like, when can I come to the club? When can I get some 24 on? Now they love it. Now they want that CR7. They didn't know. You got to know. You got to do your research. You got to go out there and learn. You got to take opportunities. I told y'all we was about to get amped up this morning. Roxy's trying to give me the 2-minute warning. That means we get to go 2 minutes more. Let's get it. All right, you guys. So let's get somebody sharing from the call-in line because I'm sweating over here. You got to press *6 to unmute and then come on the line. Who we got? Name and where you're from. Woo! Unmute. You got to press *6 first.
Good morning, everybody.
Great morning. Who's this? Name and where you're from.
It's Brandon, Chino.
Let's get it.
Do it. So again, powerful message, great message actually. What got me was when he said our lives are affected by how we think. That's so true. A lot of people are still in denial about this because they don't know. That was me 3 months ago. I was still in denial. Sitting at home, listening to garbage music, watching garbage television. Just seeing this world is just a nasty place. And just looking at it and listening to it, it really messes up the mind. Really messes up how you think. So 3 months ago when I started with Herbalife, I really got into personal development and it's just grown on me. And that's so important that part of our formula is 100% mindset. And I think that's why personal development is so important. I've never personally worked on myself in the past, 3 months ago, and then now that I have worked on myself, it's crazy. The energy, you just feel better. You just feel like you have so much more purpose in the world. I feel like I have a purpose. At 21 years old, for someone to say, you know what you want out of life, you know where you want to go, that's crazy. 3 months ago, I'm okay, 21 years old, all right, what bar am I going to go to today? What drink am I going to have tomorrow? It's crazy. And something I also got from Jim Rohn, from the audiobook that I'm listening to, is when he said that if you work hard on your job, you'll make a living. So I think we all do that. We all have a job, we come to, we make a living, but if you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune. That's really powerful right there. Something I never worked on with myself. I came to my job, put in my 8 hours and got a paycheck. That's cool. But also now I'm getting my job done, I'm getting a paycheck, but then also I'm working on myself and adding that fortune to it. So for me, that was really powerful. I also like how he said, poor thinking habits keep people poor. So again, when you have that negativity in your mind, you're not doing anything. You have no purpose. You just keep bringing yourself down. So me just, listening to this audiobook, with my coaches, and then you, Aubrey, and then Roxy, you guys just keep us going, and I'm so thankful for that. But usually this quote, too, is those who say they can't do it and those who say they can't are both usually right. So if you say you can't do it, most likely you're right. But if you say you can, and I know I said I can 3 months ago, and I'm doing it. So again, for those of you guys who are listening on this call, just know, again, just keep a positive mind. You guys will do it. Just stay consistent, we're all here for you guys. Let's do it. Powerful Monday. Thank you guys.
Fired up, Brandon. That was a great share. Great stuff, man. Excited for you growing so much, down 27 pounds. Changing your lifestyle, changing your mindset, man. It's amazing. You've grown amazingly. Great work, great share. Now it's our time to pay it forward. I'm going to post this video. Once it uploads to YouTube, repost the video, post your takeaways, and tag your friends to watch it. If you're on Instagram, post the flyer or repost a picture that represents your takeaways. And let's pay these nuggets. Let's pay this energy. Let's pay this empowerment. Let's just pay it forward. All right, you guys, thank you so much for joining us here on Triple M. See you back next Monday. You guys have a great, amazing week. Congratulations to all the Halloween challengers starting today. If you're interested in the Halloween challenge and not in it, hit us up. Still time to join. Let's get in the best shape of our lives.
Woo!
Peace out. Say bye, Toby. Bye.